Our global formal system ironically became very concentrated, too big to fail, banks, single points of failure. When crisis hit, it hit hard. During the 2008 global crisis, many African communities were largely untouched, not because they were disconnected, but because their financial web is distributed and rooted in real economic activities. There's a lesson there about decentralization. And funny enough, that's what blockchain is attempting to do, right? Perhaps the fancy new tech is bringing us back to decentralized ethos, long present in the informal sector. Individualistic finance is a liability, community is a strength. People have each other's back, and it's robust.
African informal economy already modeling. What's resilience finance look like globally, Mamadou?
So I believe so, yes. I would say it's a bit poetic, right? The very system, often labeled informal or seen as backward, might actually be blueprints for the future of finance, right? A future that's more resilient, inclusive, and human-centered. Let's consider what makes finance resilient. It's not just the absence of big failures. It's the ability to adapt, to weather shocks, to serve people's needs in good times and in bad times. African informal economies excel at this. They have to, because volatility is a fact of life, whether it's political upheaval, currency swings, or droughts. That's the case, right? So over generations, communities develop financial practices to survive and support each other through these storms, right? And take the example of rotating savings and credit association, ROSCAs, found all over Africa and indeed in Asia, Latin America too. These are essential community microbanks without any physical infrastructure. Members contribute regularly and take turns receiving lump sum. It's flexible, trust-based, and it builds social capital. No one designed it on a computer. It evolved. But now, even Silicon Valley is interested in the concept. You see, apps trying to replicate the money cycle idea for savings group because it's proven resilient model. Or consider how informal markets handle insurance. In many villages, there is an understanding that if someone fall ill, or a breadwinner dies, the community pools funds to help. And informal insurance schemes, it's not formalized, but it works because of relationships. Contrast that with many formal insurance companies that struggle to get people to sign up. Partly a trust issues, partly cost. The resilience in the informal approach, in its embeddedness in social life, it kicks in automatically when needed. And everyone participates, knowing today it's you, tomorrow it could be me. That's a mindset formal finance could learn from, or mutual, less extractive. Right? Another point, diversification and decentralization. In informal economies, people don't put all eggs in one basket. A family might have a bit of cash, saving, some goats, their asset portfolio, some credit with the local shop, and a daughter in the city who sends remittance. Geographic diversification. It's messy, but it's diversified, which is resilient. Our global formal system ironically became very concentrated, too big to fail, banks, single points of failure. When crisis hit, it hit hard. During the 2008 global crisis, many African communities were largely untouched, not because they were disconnected, but because their financial web is distributed and rooted in real economic activities. There's a lesson there about decentralization. And funny enough, that's what blockchain is attempting to do, right? Perhaps the fancy new tech is bringing us back to decentralized ethos, long present in the informal sector. We also see resilience in how quickly fintech is adopting informal methods into formal platforms. For instance, mobile money in West Africa introduced features for group savings because they saw people were already using the system that way by improvisation. In East Africa, M-Pesa didn't originally plan for it, but people began sending money to a trusted person who acted like a fund manager for a small group, basically recreating ROSCAs, right? Digitally, the companies caught on and started to formalize those features. So yes, the informal sector has been a step ahead designing for actual human needs. Finally, I'd say Africa's informal economies teach us about resilience through community. In a world facing global crisis, climate, pandemics, you name it, individualistic finance is a liability. Community is a strength. People have each other's back and it's robust. Western systems are now grappling with how to create more inclusive safety nets. Africa has done it organically. Rather than threat, Africa has just in the need for development found solutions adapted to its environment. The global south, often out of sheer necessity, has pioneered approaches that could guide the global north in an era where we all need more resilience. Africa is on the periphery of financial innovation increasingly. I would say it is at the forefront of what's next.